Hi everyone, this is Daniel, the owner and founder of EduPros USA, your local college admissions expert. Today I have a treat for you. I have Lynette, who has joined me. She's a friend, and she actually graduated from UC Berkeley in 2016. And I invited her so she can speak about what it takes for a student to be able to get into some of the elite universities such as UC Berkeley. So I want to hear from her experience and just get her ideas as to what a student needs to do in order to be competitive. So thanks for joining us, Lynette.
Of course, my pleasure.
Can you tell us a little bit about your road to UC Berkeley, what type of a student you were and what it took to get into UC Berkeley?
Sure. So as a high school student, I was very motivated. I would say that I excelled in, subjects like math and English, and every other subject, of course, as many bright students do, because they study and they put in the time for these. So I enjoyed school. I would say that my parents motivated me a lot during that process, and in addition to being a hardworking student, I had other passions on the side, which I did pursue. Some of them being piano. I did this outside of school. Obviously, they don't offer piano. I played soccer as an after-school sport, and I had a couple other hobbies that, when I had free time, that's what I invested in, and that I loved. And I noticed at Berkeley that there were other students who, just like me, they were good at school. They did the whole school thing, right? They took their AP classes and got their A's. But there was more to them, like their student profile. They were very motivated in other things in addition to just academic subjects. And some of them might be that, fixing iPhone screens. One of my friends was really good at that, so he created his own business, and now he has a website, and he pursued that by word of mouth, even at a high school level, because he was so passionate about it. I have other friends who pursued music or Armenian dance. They were in a dance group, and that was their extracurricular activity, and they got to perform in different countries even. So they included that in their personal statement. Let's say.
Correct. So this just confirms the fact that in order to get into a distinguished university such as the top tier UC schools, Berkeley, UCLA, and the Ivy League schools, and even USC, which is now very competitive to get into, that you have to be a well-rounded student. These schools are looking for students that are involved in different things. And this starts from a young age when you're going through the K through 12 system, is to try different things and to see what you're good at, and continue. And even more so when you get into high school, when you find your passion or something that you're interested in, possibly do an internship or to work at a nonprofit or at a hospital, so you can accumulate this experience, and also to show the colleges that you challenged yourself, you went beyond just merely academics, that you were involved in multiple things and you were able to balance everything, your academics as well as your education. So these are the things that these top universities such as UC Berkeley is truly looking for. So Lynette, you talked about yourself, a little bit about your experiences, how you were involved in different activities growing up. I'm sure you saw similar things in other students that were there, correct? They were also well-rounded. And what else did you notice when you were at UC Berkeley? What other qualities did you see that students had?
So I noticed that students were, of course, very intelligent. If you go to a school like UC Berkeley or any school where it is very competitive, you will not feel like the smartest person in the class, and that is a very good thing, because it will challenge you to manage your time better, to absorb the material better, to be even more passionate about your major, not just to show up to class to get a good mark on your tests, and it'll help you to really grow in that field. And that's exactly what it did to me.
And it sounds like it's not even guaranteed that you would get the best grade in the class.
It's not, because I worked so hard to get a B in some of my classes, so hard.
And Lynette is extremely bright, so if she had to work hard, we all have to work hard. Lynette, can you tell us a little bit about how parents can support their high school students from your experience? What can you say about that?
My parents played a large role in me not just getting good grades, but understanding the material. So when it came to subjects such as math, my mom, who was a statistics major like in her day, she encouraged me, even if she didn't understand every single problem, she encouraged me to, she checked my homework, she went over the lessons with me so maybe I could teach her.
Right.
Okay. And she, whenever I got a good mark, she would reward me. She would get very excited for my progress. And when I realized that it mattered to her and I did get rewarded, we built some sort of a system so that I could feel proud of my accomplishments beyond just getting a good mark.
Right.
And that was a big motivator for me to do well,
Sure.
despite the quality of teaching, let's say.
Yeah. So this really highlights the importance of parent engagement and parent involvement in the life of your student. Just showing that you really care for your student, encouraging them, looking at what they're doing, really helps the student feel encouraged and want to achieve because they feel they're valued and their parents support them. So that's a great kind of a message for our parents, just to be a good model, even to study with your student and kind of help them along. And finally, what about students that are in high school, Lynette, and they want to get into a great university? What do you have to tell them?
The first thing I would say is to explore your passions in the 9th and 10th grade. Preferably do your exploration in the earlier the better. Middle school 9th grade would be very ideal. This can be done through joining clubs, extracurricular activities, volunteer, anything that is your passion or your interest. Join it, experiment in it. It doesn't have to be academic in nature. It can be. I mean, if your school, Clark had a robotics team, and if that's what interests you, by all means, join it, go for it. It's very applicable to engineering and those fields. And as well as if it's not academic, don't always think that you have to do something because it will impress a university. They're impressed by your passion and the level to which you have taken that passion. So if it's dance, if it's writing, if it's visual drawing, or if it's singing, enter competitions, showcase your work. Anything that just goes beyond a minimum level of interest, as the more you develop your skills and express those skills, the more you will develop as a person, and you will show the university that you are a self-starter. You are capable of creating your own opportunities and benefiting from the opportunities that the university will give you.
Wow, I mean, this is great advice, Lynette. It's very important. I mean, I talk to college admissions officers all the time because of my profession, and they always say that. They say that the student shouldn't do things to put it on their application. The student should just be and just do things because they have the opportunity and because they love it, and that passion will eventually show on their application. So just go for it. Do whatever interests you, whatever you have a passion for, whether it's debating, whether it's being part of an art club or a robotics club, whatever opportunities that you have in your environment, maximize those opportunities. And once it comes time for you to apply, you're going to have everything there already. But start early. Because you want to show a trend. You want to show that you've been interested in something for a long time. You just don't want to do it as an 11th grader or 12th grader just to put it in your application because the universities see that. They want to see a trend. They want to see persistence over time. And, we definitely want to help you to get into the best universities as possible, because as Lynette has shared, it's just a different environment when everybody's bright and everybody's driven and everybody's has a lot of potential. It just drives you. It makes you a better person, and it just broadens your horizons and makes you dream, and you can do a lot of things. Any final words, Lynette, for our audience?
Yeah, one final word would be no matter what your interest is, or if you think that you're good at this or bad at this, develop your writing skills and communication skills. This is very, very important because it will come up in all areas, not only when you're writing your personal statement, but in all areas, when you want to convey your ideas to people, when you want to express yourself in writing, in school, in every single field, actually, this is very, very relevant. And I would say that yeah, basically, go to your teachers, do well in your English classes, master the English language as best as you can, expand your vocabulary. There is no skill greater than communication and writing, and colleges will see that, the way you've conveyed yourself. You can market yourself just by writing really, really well, even if you feel that your skills are not maybe the best in the field. It's all about how you write and how you express yourself. So
Right.
develop those skills and work on writing as best as you can.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Great advice. And of course, we are here to help you at EduPros USA to navigate the system. So you can definitely reach out to us. And we're going to make more of these videos and talk to more brilliant people who have gone through the system so they can give us real information about what it takes. So I want to thank my guest, Lynette, for joining me. And I want to thank all of you for watching, and let us know if you have any questions. Have a great weekend. Bye.